Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. Here we've got a battle on the mines map, and we've got HeavyTone from 2AR. It's in the Tier 4 Italian medium tank, the P26 40. It's blessed with one of the highest alphas in this tier, and good penetration from the shell. So let's have a quick look at that. So yeah, average damage 175. It's an HE shell and the heat shell as well, which there's a pen of 110. Anyway, heading for the hill, which is what you want to try and get to if you can, but you can be put off by the tanks that are coming up. So it's got a PZ S35 now. That's a premium tank and it's a favourite for silk lovers at this tier, but it's going to get punished here by Tone. Now, this is on the Australian server or the NZ server, so there are AI players. You can see by the names, with the colons in front and after their name, and there's only 3 human players on each side, and I've lost one of theirs already. Or no, actually hasn't loaded in, so not so far there, therefore he's not contributing. Anyway, he's found a M8A1, pretty common from the AI players. Tier 5 and below on the NZ server, so he gets rid of him. So that first kill led to Tone, and now he's got Panzer 2G, he sends back to the garage another AI player. That PZ S35 is concentrating him, and that's exactly what you expect. The human players need to be taken out as early as possible, but that doesn't mean that you're going to get a win. It's been known for the AI players to actually win the game and even come out with top damage or top EXP. I've seen it before in results, but you'll find they also can fire heat if they choose to, so they can be pretty dangerous. Anyway, he's still taking some hits from the PZ S35, even though he's one-shottable, but he's got some other targets here he wants to get rid of. So that M5 Steward is one of the, again, human players on the side, and he's basically got all 3 of them in the same area, including that Sahariano, so like that tank, so I had to even say its name until this particular replay. Alright, so he's still got half himself. He just missed a shot on that S35, could have taken him out, but that's okay. If that Saharino gets out of the way, he might be able to duck around the side of this, given that he took out the TD behind him, and here we go. So he's taking a few hits, but it's a low alpha gun, and he takes him out with that shell. Alright, can he get up to the hill without getting shot by the Sahariano? Yeah, looks like he can. Now his loader bought it, but he's just used the medkit to replace him, and now he's got a chance to get rid of this M5 Steward. So maybe with one shot, and looks, the Steward is just charging out, and there he goes, back to the garage. But unfortunately I lost one of their AI players who just crashed off the hill, and this is a Sahariano going down, and he's taken him down to one shot. Unfortunately that didn't get full alpha out of that, but wouldn't have penned, so just gets partial damage there. So Tone decides to go after him, which is the right thing to do, get rid of the human players as early as possible. Now, he's probably, I don't have looked at his stats, and I don't really intend to, but it could be a sort of a low tier player or low experience player, because he's just not paying any attention to HeavyTone, unless of course he's trying to run away, which may be the case. Alright, there's that Panzer 3E that still hasn't loaded in, so there we go. Facing Zidon, you're going to pay the price for that, so he gets rid of the last human player. Now he just needs to round up all these AI players. Now, plenty of time left, 10 minutes to go, still 10.5 minutes to go. And he's got just over 1600 damage there. There's plenty more damage to go. There's another nearly over 2.2k of damage of total hit points left. Alright, Panzer 3E is on the other side. In fact, pretty much all the AI players apart from a TD are on that side of the hill, so he needs to get across there. Now, two choices you've got: come around here at ground level, or you could actually go back up on the hill and try and shoot down on them, which can give you a bit of protection. You might have seen another video recently, but here he goes. An AMX-40, that duck. And now he's found our target there. And you can see the alpha, when he's penetrating, getting over 150 alpha, which will get rid of some of these tanks fairly quickly. In fact, that KNE is down to low hit points already, after one shoot it. Panzer 3E there. And bang, gets rid of him. So 6 kills there to HeavyTone, so that's achieved his top gun. And now still a few more to go though. And there's the duck. Sometimes hard to penetrate. In fact, that bounced off. So switches to his AP shells. And he gets a hit there. But this is the least favourable shell from this particular tank. If you can penetrate with the HE, use the HE. So now there's the T95. Now T95 is a bit of a hit point pinata. They're not always that accurate and not always seem to be well programmed, but he's certainly firing back now, and that can be dangerous. His tone is down to 264 hit points, and that Type 95 can do quite a whack of damage if they can penetrate, so it's something you've got to be careful of. So he's focusing on the Type 95 as much for the hit points as that it's a dangerous thing, but while he's out the back, he can get rid of the duck, but the duck just puts a big shot into him, gets a return shot in and gets him down to one shottable. But should he chase him around this side? Well, he gets rid of him, but he takes another hit and that takes him down to 47 hit points, so now it's dangerous. So it's just him and the Type 95 on this side. Got one of their AI players on the other side going after the M8A1. Don't know how successful that's going to be, but they have already taken some hit points away from them. So A, there's plenty of time. B, he doesn't have a lot of hit points, but so he needs to be careful. Now the Type 95 has come out again, and that's a misfire, so he needs to get a shot in while he's facing that way. But should really take his time here and get the Type 95 just drifting around. Once you lose contact, they'll just sort of go into a bit of a pattern, and you might be able to catch them facing the other way. So that's exactly what you didn't want. So he gets in front of the Type 95 gun. Unfortunately, the Type 95 was facing him and loaded with heat, and he gets penetrated and loses his remaining hit points. So that's the end of HeavyTone's game. Now, he was the last human player on there. He's got up to 7 kills, which is nice. Still a top gun, and over 3,000 damage, which is admirable. So now it's just up to the bots, but we will not keep you in suspense. They get the Type 95, but there's still a bit of chasing that M8A1 to go. So what we're going to do is jump to the end. Well, luckily the bots on his side managed to get the win, so it's victory for Tone. 3.1k, just under 3.2k of damage, 7 kills. So he's got the high caliber award for the most damage and the Top Gun award. Blocked 704, which is pretty good for a medium tank, and that's earned him the Ace Tanker badge. So let's have a look at the team score. So he's finished on top there, well above the other players. In fact, yeah, yes, sorry, both of the other human players in his team got 0 damage, so one of them not even loading in, which is unfortunate, but that was a bit of a carry there from HeavyTone, although really the bots carried the win by getting rid of the last bot tank. And on the enemy team, yes, the Sarianaro, if I said that correctly, did quite a bit of damage. So yeah, perhaps not such an inexperienced player. The S35 not doing a great deal of damage before he's taken out, so a bit unfortunate for that team, but them's the breaks. Alright, so can you make profit at this tier? Well, you can. It's not a premium tank, but it is the land of low cost in terms of both shell cost and repair cost, so it's one of the places you can make credits with standard tech tree tanks. So he's ended up firing 31 shots, getting 27 hits out of that. That's excellent shooting there. 22 pens, and it's given his damage total. No personal reserve or anything like that, but very low cost, as I said, and only ended up with a credit of 45k, but at tier 4, that's excellent outcome there. So great game there from HeavyTone. P2640, bit of an OP tank. It can be in the right hands, and they are in the right hands with the HeavyTone. So thanks very much for the content. Hopefully, if you're watching this, you're enjoying it. If so, please give the video a like, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing that. We'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.